Hey guys, here's our 5-minute recap of what you may have missed in class. As you can see, we're looking at our Canvas page. And on here, what I'm going to click on first, I want to remind you guys that your Zoom links are always on Canvas. So you would just click on it, tells you the time, tells you the password. Now to access our classroom assignments, we're in Unit 1 right now. So I'm going to click on that, and then it's going to pop up on last week's work. So I need you guys to go to the top of your page and find where it says Unit 2. And today is September 8th. So our work is going to be all right here. The first thing that we talked about today were the many different reasons why readers read. And some things we discussed in class is my reasons may be different than your reasons. Some of us read to increase our vocabulary. Some of us read for purely entertainment. Some of us read just to gain knowledge. Others read to pass time, to escape reality. Maybe we're trying to increase our reading stamina, build social skills, and some of us may feel like we're only forced to read, and that's the only time we read. But all that to say, we all read for different reasons, and no reason is a wrong reason. So we discussed that in class today. Then we got back to our Canvas, and what we are going to create is our reader's lineage. What that means is that you're going to create a timeline of the books that have impacted your life. So when you get into Canvas, click on the September 8th Reader's Lineage, and then you're going to click right here. But let me go back to there. Here is my reader's timeline. So what I talked about was how this book, Love You Forever, impacted me as a reader. It made me love being read to. My late great-grandfather read this book to me when we would go over to their house when I was a little kid. And it was so impactful for me as a child that when I became a mother, this is one of the first books I bought and I read to my kids. So I kind of kept that tradition going. And it started with him reading that book to me as a child. Then I got into little bigger books and I read the Berenstain Bears, which I love looking at the pictures, and it just, that creative, imaginative side because of that book influenced me as a reader. And then as I got older, I fell in love with all of the R.L. Stine Goosebumps books. And then in 7th grade, I believe, or high school, I forget, we read The Outsiders, and I just loved this book. This made me love reading about eras. So like this is like the 1950s. And I just fell in love with that time era because of that book. And then moving on, when I was in high school, I think my senior year, I read Nicholas Sparks, A Walk to Remember. And this book then made me be a Nicholas Sparks fan. So every year I actually get a new Nicholas Sparks book. And I have been a lifelong fan of his because of this book. So there's my reader's timeline. And when you click on this link here, you are going to go to your class's Google slide page, and you're going to create your own reader's timeline. So here's somebody's reader's timeline. So what you'll do is you'll get on your number. Now I've assigned everybody a number. If you missed class today, email me for your number and I will assign you a number. And then I want you to fill in these boxes. So to type, you just click on it and type text here. So here you're going to tell me what book and why that book influenced you. And then to insert an image, you just press insert, image, and search the web. And you can search the title of the book cover. And if you can't find it through that, my other suggestion was to go to Amazon, look up the book, and just copy the picture and add the picture to your post. So you'll need to fill in 6 of these. And I really want you to dig deep back when you were a child, some books that were read to you or some of your first memories of books, leading up to the last slide, which would be the most recent book that you have read or would have had read to you. So that's the first part, and this is for a grade. The next part, just going to start over and walk through the steps with you. You are going to... Let me get in student view for y'all. Click on Unit 1, and again, find that Unit 1, Week 2 area. So I'm going to have to go to the top of my page, and we're going to do poetry investigating. So click on that. And you know you're on the right assignment when you have this blue submit assignment page. And basically, this assignment is to look at these 2 poems. So if I scroll down, we have these 2 links here. My room and my kitchen, and they'll pull these up. And we just looked at these poems and we looked at the different structures and found some commonalities, found how they were written differently, looked for some patterns, but these are 2 different poems that we read. Then when we got to our own assignment, you were asked to think of places that are important to you and list them out. So these are your new seed ideas in your writer's notebook. So what places are important to you? So I listed all those places. Then you're going to pick one of those places and write a poem about them. So I've given you an example with my poem, but I want you to create your own poem. So after you've planned and maybe done a rough draft in your notebook, you're going to turn it into me. So click Submit Assignment right here, and this text box will pop up. And here you will type your poem. Oops. And I want you to make sure you follow the structure that you really wanted. So if I'm going to type poem, comma, poem, and then I want my next sentence because I just want a few words, then you could type. And as you can see, whatever I type, it looks like a poem, not just a big blob of words. So really focus on that before turning it into me. Make it look like a poem. And when you're finished, press Submit Assignment. I will then get it and grade it. And that pretty much covers what we discussed in class. All the instructions are in your modules. And if you need that number for the Google slide assignment for your reader's lineage, because your number is associated with the slide number you're working on, please email me tonight. And all of this is due tomorrow, September 9th, before the start of your class. And that is what you missed today, September 8th, 2020. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.